My name is Flash Isaac, and I'm your teacher from the future. I've been in the future. Now I am back in the present to relate and to roll with you. We've looked at different subjects, or 120 days to jam under different subjects. Remember, I told you that these are videos, precisely 120 videos planned under each of these subjects to prepare you for JAM. And of course, since I started the series, it has been testimony and testimony and testimony. So right now, I want to refresh your memory on all of the episode 1 we've taught in this series. In the episode 1 of the chemistry, we said that chemistry is the study of the composition, properties, and uses of matter. Now, they did not say that chemistry is the study of matter. No. This is because apart from the composition, apart from the properties, and apart from the uses of matter, matter has other parts that are studied. What is this matter itself? Matter is anything that possesses mass and occupies space. It means if you put many of the matter in a particular place, you will not be able to stay there again because it has already occupied that space. If I put millions, thousands of this in a room, you will not be able to enter because it is already occupying the space. That is matter for you. Anything that has mass and occupies space. And what is mass? Mass is the quantity of substance in a body or the quantity of matter a body possesses. It is different from weight. My friend Isaac Newton was sitting under an apple tree a certain day and the apple fell down. He was wondering, how come apple will just fall down? Okay, ask yourself, why is it that if I keep this here, it goes down? Anything that goes up or that is already up will come down, but the one that is down will not go up automatically. Why? There is a force in the universe, everywhere around the universe, or in this particular earth, the force has limits. It is called the force of gravity, which is approximately 9.8 meters per second square. That force brings all objects down to the earth. So as you're taking things up, it's bringing it down. And gravity differs in different spaces. The force of gravity on Earth is 9.8 meters per second square. This is different from gravity in the moon. So, weight is mass times gravity. When you lift something up, what brings that thing down is the weight, is the gravity. So what you feel raising objects up is the weight. You are multiplying the mass by gravity. So while mass is the same everywhere you go, everywhere, weight, the value of weight depends on the gravity of the place that you are. Now, matter is made up of smaller units. The unit of matter is quarks. Quarks and leptons. Let's say quarks. This is the smallest unit of matter that can exist. The smallest, the tiniest particle that can exist in this life, the smallest. So this quark, they are so tiny, they come together, or quarks are made up, built up. Quarks built up. When you bring many quarks together, or when quarks build up, quarks, they actually form particles like protons, neutrons, and electrons. These are particles of quarks. But in most lectures, in most levels, and the level that you are now, JAM level, we do not discuss quarks and leptons. This is why I will not go deep into the study of quarks. Rather, for your level, the unit of matter is atoms or atom. The smallest particle of matter that can exist. And I told you that they cannot exist independently. No, they are the smallest particle, indivisible particle, or smallest particles possible, but they are too reactive, too tiny. They prefer to go body. They will choose to go with themselves to form what we call molecule. This is why molecule is the one that can exist on its own independently. If you have something like H2, this is a molecule, hydrogen molecule. H, this is hydrogen atom. So hydrogen molecule is hydrogen plus hydrogen. Ladies and gentlemen, when a substance has only one type of atom, we call it element, and that is a pure substance. The pure substances are elements and compounds. They have this particular definite composition and they have distinct property. The uses of matter, everything you see around you, just think about what they are used for. And the properties of matter are physical and chemical properties. Chemical properties are actually the reaction this matter undergo. What happens when you pour acid in water or when you pour water in acid? How do they react? How do they react violently? What happens when you put an iron under a liquid or there is iron here, water keep pouring on that iron? What happens to it? It rusts. That is chemical property. Is it reversible? When you burn your sheet of paper, what happens? But physical property are when you see a girl walking, the girl is fair. Wow, this girl is beautiful. This girl is tall. This girl is short. Wow, this guy is clean, right? So those properties you see from inspection, she's dark, she's this, she's ugly, she's beautiful. Those are the physical properties. Now, by inspection, you will not be able to see the character of the girl. You will not know whether the girl is possessed and kill you, or she has hot temper, or the problems in this world, they are inside of her. You will not know. But physical property you can see from inspection. So chemical property is when you now begin to carry out reaction. Look at the girl and say, hey girl, you are not beautiful. Or slap the girl and see what happens. You see reaction. Those are the physical properties. Now, in physics, we said that physics is a science that studies matter in relation to energy. So, physics is focused on how matter relates to energy. Now, this same matter, we are saying that it is anything that has mass and occupies space. If it is not matter, what is it? What is the opposite of matter? Right? What are the things that don't have mass and they don't occupy space? They exist. Because if they do not exist, we cannot know the things that have mass and occupy space. Example of things that do not have mass and they do not occupy space are energy. Energy. Energy can exist in different forms. Let's look at light. I told you, if you put many of these in it, it will fill up. But if light shines, if you have a torch or a big bulb, you increase the brightness of the light. There is no way you will increase that brightness that you will not be able to enter the room. It does not occupy space. Like you see here, now there are lights all over. I am still passing. It's not occupying space, does not have mass. So it is not a matter, it is energy. Now, quantum particles. Quantum particles. Quantum particles are not matter. They do not have mass, they do not occupy space. If somebody say, calculate the mass of light, I will be surprised. I will be surprised. Now, the beauty of physics and the beauty of matter is that you get to a point when you experience what we call wave particle paradox. Wave particle paradox. When you see a substance or matter existing as both waves and as particles. Now look at something. We said that light is wave, light is energy, right? It is not a particle. Just imagine something called photoelectric effect. You shine light on a metal surface or a particular surface, then it begins to emit radiation. Does not mean that light is powerful. is having a sort of a particle effect, and also as a wave because of reflection and refraction, and as particle because of photoelectric effect and Compton effect. You see, a lot of things begin to make sense. So the study of this matter in relation to energy is what we call physics. And energy generally can be two types, depending on the topic you are studying. On the normal day to day, we say that energy can be kinetic or potential. Potential is the energy a body possesses due to position or energy that are stored, right? Energies in batteries, energy stored for work, or energy possessed due to the position that you are, due to height. That is potential energy, mgh. It is mass, that is gravity times height, for due to height. Now, kinetic energy are energy possessed by bodies due to motion. When you are in motion, you possess kinetic energy. Motion is the change in position of a body or of an object. What causes motion? Force. Because Isaac Newton began to sit down, he realized that if an object is already at rest, that object will remain at rest. Earlier, I released the Flash Learners application to help you prepare and pass Jamb. The truth is, with the old Flash Learners application, a lot of persons passed and passed and passed Jamb. So I decided to travel back to the future. When I got to the future, I saw that students need much more than questions and answers. So I released the new version of the Flash Learners application that contains class notes, video lessons, flashcards, study guides, performance analysis, and all in one. So with this all-in-one application, you can use it to prepare for your secondary school examinations, prepare for WAEC, JAMB, post-UTME, everything in one. Even while you are in the university, it is still applicable. So it is a very, very amazing application, and I highly recommend that you get that one right now. The beauty of the app is that after every YouTube series, go back to the class notes on that topic, study the class notes, then slide to the resources section. From there, you can watch videos under the topic that you are studying, under the note. You can also practice questions under that same topic. Then you can play with flashcards under that same topics. The truth is, with the new Flash Learners application, you don't have to come to YouTube to start learning all of this, because all the videos are going to be on the app. Not just all the videos, exclusive videos, because the videos on the app are new recordings and new improvements. So they are simpler and more detailed than the one you see on YouTube. So after every YouTube class or every video you watch on the app, go to the class note, you see practice questions. So that practice questions will be your assignment and class notes from now going forward. So I highly recommend that you get the new Flash Learners application. Look at the interface, look at the beautiful app, the simple class notes, the AI tutor, and challenge everything in that application. If you have questions regarding the new application, please reach out to us and let us continue the class. If you wake up in the morning, your body is at rest, you are not in the mood, you remain in the bed to stand up, problem, because you've been in that state of rest for a while. But if you are running in a distance like this, you are running, you see, you keep moving, you keep running. Or at that time where you are washing clothes and your parents say, stop, you say, no, I just want to do this. If I stop now, I won't have anything to continue again. This is because you are in motion, you want to continue what you are doing. So that is actually the first law of motion. Unless a body is acted by a force. So force causes motion, force causes bodies to stop moving. And the reluctance of a body to stop, if it is already at rest, wake up, wake up, wake up, that reluctance is called inertia. Inertia. And if you're already moving, the reluctance to stop, the reluctance to say, no, I will not stop, is also called inertia. INERTIA. Then in economics, we said that Resources are scarce. Don't worry, this is 120 days to Jamb with Flash Isaac. So, episode 1, unification, the union. Okay, that's a good topic. The union. Scarce. Resources are scarce. And economics is from the Greek word oikonomia, which means household management. How do individuals, how do firms manage resources? Because resources are scarce. If resources are not scarce, you will not be planning what to do with your salary. Now, okay, should I get this? Should I buy this? Or when money comes, you will not be thinking of how to spend wisely. If resources were not scarce, the word spend wisely will not be here. But spend wisely, oh, because it's scarce. Once it's finished, you have to look for. It's not there like that, it's scarce. So managing those resources is the focus of economics. And there are a lot of definitions. But the one that actually gave us joy in those days is the one of Leonard Charles Robin. He told us that economics is a science subject which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means, and it has alternative views. That was good and acceptable. He said that economics studies human behavior. That shows that economics is a social science. Because it is social science that studies human behavior. And economics is as well a science. Because economics uses certain scientific principles, scientific methods in its analysis. So economics is both social science and a science. So the modern definition of economics is actually, or the modern idea is how to use these scarce resources, manage them to make various things, you know. And the basic concepts of economics are want. These are mere desires. You want everything. You want to score 400 over 400 in Jamb. That is want. Mere desire. Because your preparation is not enough to even get 400 over 400. So you dream, I want to score 400 or nothing. These are mere desires. Because, to be honest, I don't think you will get it. But you desire to actually get everything, to have everything. We have scarcity. Scarcity is the imbalance, mismatch between unsatiable human wants and the limited resources. Unlimited wants and limited resources. And you have another concept, which is choice. Now that you can't have it all, you need to choose. Because you must choose. It's difficult, but you have to choose. You are in love with two babes. You like two girls. You need to choose one. So it's painful, right? It's painful because you cannot have the two. You can only get one. So you need to make choices. And you need to make the wise choice to be a good economist. The scale of preference is actually a table where you arrange the things you need, all your wants, in order. Okay, or more food first to before car, before food. You understand? So you arrange everything according to their importance. That even takes us to needs. Needs are different from wants. Wants are fantasies, desires, but needs are requirements for survival, like shelter, food, your clothes. These are needs. Every other thing are just wants. And we have opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is actually the representation of the foregone alternative. If you have two girls, you like two girls, and you can only choose one, if you choose love instead of joy, it means joy is your opportunity cost, the foregone alternative. If you now say, oh, it's joy that I want, let me leave love, it may be painful. So if you choose joy, love is the opportunity cost, the one that you sacrificed, the opportunity forgone, right? So if you choose to buy bread instead of beans, opportunity cost is the beans and the amount you would have spent in buying the beans. And utility It's actually the satisfaction you derive from consumption of that particular product. Then there are various problems of society. The problem of society is mainly scarcity. And the questions of society, economic questions are, what do we produce? How do we produce them? What to produce, how to produce, for who to produce, and the efficiency of resources used. Are we going to use more people than machines? Are we going to use more machines than humans? So what scale of production are we going to use? So all of these are economic questions that you must answer. Now, in mathematics, we said that mathematics is a very important subject. Study of numbers, study of data, study of measurement, study of analysis, study of a lot of all of that. That is the focus of mathematics. If I say 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4. Mathematical analysis. And in mathematics, there are various ways to count. The reason I will tell you, or I will ask you 1 plus 1 and you will say 2, is because we are used to a counting system called base 10. If I ask somebody whose counting system is binary, they use only 0 and 1, and the person tells me 1 plus 1 is 2, I will be surprised because there is no 2 in their system, in their lifestyle. So where did you get 2 from? You spy from X, our X. So if I go to another X, let's say X1, where their counting system is binary, X2 rather, my X1 is the same. If I ask them 1 plus 1 and they tell me 2, it means they came to X1 to spy, or the person is from X1. So alternate universe. So there are people counting in bases. The numbers there are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't even have 6. So if I ask them 3 plus 3 and they say 6, it means they are aliens. They are another X. They are impersonating. So in mathematics, you have the number and numeration, algebra, you have trigonometry, dealing with angles, you have calculus, which deals with the rate of change. And the main areas of calculus are the limit of a function, differentiation, and integration. Integration is the opposite of differentiation. Differentiation is finding rate of change or breaking down. So if you are not at home, your kids or your younger ones, they scatter all your properties, all your room, they are looking for something. You took their toy. Hearing your voice, they start to bring it together. So scattering, differentiation, rearranging, integration. And biology, of course, how do we forget about biology? Biology is the study of life in living things. Out of all of this we've been studying, the one that is directly concerned about our own life, how we eat, how we breathe, is biology. Study of life in living things. Because we have living things and non-living things in this world. And the living things are mainly plants and animals. That's all. The rest, non-living. So what even makes somebody living? Movement, respiration, nutrition, reproduction, death, reproduction. And now this will come make me break this thing. There's one I want to add. Hey, I was already on the street, right? Now, out of these characteristics of living things, the ones you may not be familiar with are competition and adaptability. And adaptability. Living things must compete in the environment to survive. Remember, resources are scarce, taking us back to economics. So they must compete and they must be able to adapt to changes and create or form new paths that will make them to be able to adapt to that changes and to that environment, right? And even the plants and animals, they have differences They are the two living things. They still have differences. Plants, they produce their own food on their own. Animals, lazy. They depend on plants to feed. But animals can actually move from one place to another, but plants cannot move on their body. They can only move their part. You see? But in terms of exchange, we breathe in oxygen and give them carbon dioxide. They're taking the carbon dioxide and throw oxygen at us. And which takes us to transaction, commerce. In life, business is so important. Money must be made. We must be active. So commerce now says that, wow, I am focusing on buying and selling and other activities that concern buying and selling. So commerce is the study of trade and aid to trade. Pure buying and selling are trade, and it can be home trade and foreign trade, import, export, entreport, wholesale, and retail. Then the aid to trade are activities like transportation. Without transportation, how do you think some things will even get to you? The things that are not made in your area. How would you even have phone? How would you even have laptop? You know? So some things are not in your area, they need to be transported down. Some things are perishable. If they don't make tomatoes in your side, so why do you think it gets to you and it has not spoiled? It's still fresh. Or chicken. All of this, how did they get to you? Even for transportation or storage, which is warehousing function. Banking and finance, which makes money available. Tourism, communication, which links the buyer and the seller. You see, all of these are so important. So with this, I've been able to summarize the topics, the subjects, the intro of all of the topic subjects we've dealt with in the 120 days to Jamb. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for today. Take care of yourself.